Wow, ne? All right, let's get back to it. Thank you for that, Shamil. Everyone's awake now, hey? All right, beautiful things. All right, so we were back and we were talking about two decisions that we have to make, which is either we will be employed, right? We will take a job because we need money, right? And school prepares you for that. School prepares you to be able to be a employee. But one day, you might say, you know what, I've been doing this for 5, 10 years now. It doesn't really change. I do the same thing every day, and now, maybe I can do this myself, and other people can do this for me. Wouldn't that be nice? Right? But then it becomes more complicated, because now you're dealing with all kinds of people. So, to be an entrepreneur means to be an employer, right? It means that you have started something on your own, sometimes with your own time or your own money, right? So my question to you is very simple. If you were to one day start a business that you actually like and want to do every day, work that you want to do every day. This is almost like me asking you guys, what's your favorite subject? Sometimes that can lead you to understanding what the business will be that one day you could begin. But you know what's difficult? Is that sometimes in our community, when we say we want to do something on our own, someone says, you think you're special, ne? Someone says, why do you think people will want you to work for you? Who are you? Who knows that feeling? Who knows that feeling when someone doubts you? Please? Do you know what you got to do when the people around you doubt you? I'm going to teach you something. Do you know what to do when people around you tell you, oh, but your idea, it doesn't matter? You have to believe in yourself 2 times instead of 1. You have to double down in your self-belief. And do you know how you do that? By putting in effort. Putting in effort where no one else is willing to do. There's this fantastic quote, to have a life that 1% of the world has, it means that you must do what 99% of others are not willing to do. I'll say it again. I'll say it again. To have a life that very few people have, you must do the work that most people are not willing to do. So sometimes that might be, I'm working up until 2, 3 in the morning and I'm waking up at 6 because it's not easy. But that's what I have to do. Why? Because my job finishes at 5 and then I go feed my family, and from 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock till 2, 3 in the morning, I'm studying. I'm learning to do something so that I can be of value to someone. So you have to do twice the amount of work, which means that you believe in yourself twice as much. Even when other people say, who are you? Who do you think you are? Why should I believe in you? And you go, sharp, it's all right, I've got me. I've got me. You don't have to believe in me. I don't need you to believe in me. I've got me. I believe in myself for you and for me. I'm good. And that becomes really difficult. I was at a school yesterday, and there was a beautiful young man, very smart, very, very smart. And he said to me, what can I do? And it touches me telling you this. What can I do? Because I'm not getting support from my family. I'm going and I'm getting awards for maths and science. But when I go and I tell my mom, she says to me, and what now? What must I do? Why should I care about your achievements? So he says to me, what must I do when my mother treats me like she's not a mom? What must I do? And the answer is, do it anyway. for you. We are not always going to get the support, the love, and the care from the people who should be giving it to us, because maybe they don't know how. And that gets to be okay sometimes when our life is on the line. And we have to make decisions and take steps into the direction of success. And let me tell you guys something. I come from Cape Town. It's an incredibly beautiful city. And in Cape Town, for a lot of people, success means I'm driving a Mercedes-Benz or a BMW, right? Everyone wants that hip-hop lifestyle, right? I've been there. I know rappers. I come from music. I hang out with those guys. I'm telling you, a lot of them aren't happy. You can have all the money in the world. Listen carefully, because no one else might be telling you this. You can have all the money in the world. That does not guarantee you happiness. So let me ask you a question. If you could choose between all the money in the world, and remember this promise, because when you give this answer, it is going to shape the direction of your life, because it's going to educate the decisions that you make for yourself. If you could make a decision right now to be endlessly happy for the rest of your life, or to have endless amounts of money, which would you choose? Say it louder. Because that's something that we get to have. Money leaves us. Happiness doesn't. Life becomes difficult. Things happen. How we react to it is not up to what happens around us. If something bad happens, it didn't just happen to you. How you react to it will determine the power that that particular thing in your life that happened, the impact that it will have on you. How much things touch us is determined by how we react to it. And do you know that I know that each one of you guys understand that? Because sometimes there will be a teacher here who speaks to you and you'll ignore her. She'll come at you, she'll say something to you and you'll go, yes, ma'am. But you haven't really heard her, even though she's taking time to help you. So we know how to do the ignoring thing. We know how to react. There is power in how we react to the world, but we don't use it when times get really difficult. Do you know what most people do when times get tough? They do one of two things. They stop working or they get angry. They go, why should I care? Stop working, leave it. If that's the way in which life is, why bother? Why should I even try? If this is what can happen, if I can feel like this, if it's even possible for me to feel like this, why even try? What difference does it make? I'm never going to be happy. The alternative is, look at what's happened. I'm going to show you that I can be just as destructive, as angry, as mad as the thing that's come to me. I will match the level of sadness with the level of anger. I'll show you I'm a big man. And it gets us nowhere. Because we have allowed the way in which we react to the world to determine our strength as people. And this is as true for men as it is for women. We are equally strong because our decisions are powerful. How we react to things is powerful. So you guys all have choices. Do you know what's amazing about being a human being? What's amazing is the fact that every single person, no matter whether they are billionaires, which is now a thing, people are billionaires, or someone who can't even get bread. Do you know what's amazing? Is that they have the exact same amount of time. We all have the exact same 24 hours in a day. And our decision, the way in which we react to that gift of life, that gift of time, right? We have energy. And with that energy, we need to make a decision as to where we will direct our energy to be able to take steps forward. So some of us can go, leave it. I don't care whether I've got energy. I don't want to do anything. For what? What's the point? Or we go, I have energy. I'm just going to make things bad for other people because I know. I tell myself, the story I tell myself is that no matter what happens, I'm not going to be happy. which means I'm going to make everyone unhappy around me too, so that they can know what it's like. That's how I'll use my energy. So we all make choices. Who here knows someone who uses their energy every day to find a way to do something negative to someone else, to make them feel as sad as what they feel? Who knows someone like that? Who knows a bully? So I'll tell you guys a secret, and I don't talk about this very often, right? I don't talk about this very often, so listen carefully. I was bullied at school when I was your age. Every single break, someone would find me, same guy. He would find me and he'd kick me down every single break. Didn't even get time to eat, I didn't get time to do anything. He would find me and he would hurt me. And I never, ever, ever raised my hand to him. Not once. Do you know what is crazy? He was half my size. He was this big. He was this big. I was this tall. He was this big. Do you want to know why I never hurt him? Because I knew he was hurting more than me already. And that nothing he could do to me, nothing, could be as bad as what he's going home to. I was going home to a loving mom. I was going home to a family that supports me and loves me and cares for me. And I knew that from that environment, my energy and my decisions is going to lead me to a place where my life will be happy. If he needs to spend his time hurting me, how horrible must his life be? It wouldn't be fair of me to make it even worse for him. So I allowed it. How we react to the world, the choices that we make, will determine where we go in life. Do you know what? A lot of people still don't understand this. The people who get good jobs are the people who people want to have around. So if you're a nice guy, even if you don't know all the information, right? If you're brand new to the kind of work, if you're a nice guy, if I can see myself being friends with you, I'll give you the job. Because I can teach you how to do the job. I can't teach you to be a good person. Super important, and we forget it. Now we have a job. Nah. Now we don't have to be nice anymore because I'm employed. I've got what I wanted. I don't have to be nice anymore. Wrong. Doesn't work like that. And it definitely doesn't work like that when you're running your own business. When you're running your own business, the way in which you are, right? How you feel about yourself, how you treat other people, will find its way into everyone that works with you or for you. Because you teach them how to treat each other. In the same way, your principal, who I've met, who's a lovely person, has made this place a lovely place because of how she is. The leader shapes the environment that they are in. And I promise you, every single one of you is a leader. Do you want to know why? So we say, but I'm not a leader. Who am I leading? Where are my followers? Where are my thousands of people? Every single one of you, every single day of your lives, listen carefully, has the opportunity and does, whether you know it or not, to have influence over another person's day. Right? You get to go, you push someone or you give someone a hug. You have influence over the people around you. Have you guys ever met that person that when they come into the room and they're very happy, everyone gets happy? That one friend is like that. It's like a loud personality. Or if they're feeling super down, super sad, that everyone gets sad around them. Do you guys know someone who's like that? That's a leader. And it's true for all of you. How you make the people feel around you, that will determine your success in life. How well you listen will determine your success in life. It's incredibly important to remember because it's so easy to forget. Because when life becomes difficult, the first thing that goes out the window is us listening to other people and going, we are in a position of leadership. We are leaders. And we will lead other people to feel better or worse about themselves, even in small ways. And sometimes we hide that under a joke. Who's ever had that? Yeah. Who's ever had that? Someone who makes you feel bad, but they do it in a joking way, and they always do it. Who's ever had that? So sometimes the act that you make, right? You can hide things underneath a joke, but that's not always true. You can still hurt people in that way. And people will choose, when they can, to leave you.
When I was in my junior level, when I was in Form 3.
So their age?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
I started having dreams about what happened to me in my past. And in my past, I was raped. Okay? And I lost my self-value and my confidence. And every time around other girls, when they spoke about that virginity, I was very uncomfortable. And I was never really comfortable around people. Like, I just didn't feel worthy of anything, even going to school, even having friends. How do I deal with that and get out of that shell?
No, how did you? No, stand up, stand up. Let's not laugh at someone. She's just told listen very carefully. Because I don't want to get angry, and I will get angry if you disrespect her. Right? Because I asked a question, and she was brave enough to answer. She just told a whole group of strangers one of the most scariest things that's ever happened to her, and someone found the time to laugh. I know that there's someone else in this room who knows someone who's gone through what she went through. There's nothing funny about what men do to women sometimes. There's nothing funny about it. But what I want to know, why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. Every time.
It's serious.
Okay, yes. Thing is, like you said earlier about some people, when they're hurting, they laugh.
Yes.
Or they make jokes out of it.
Sure.
That's basically.
So you get nervous and sometimes you laugh.
Yeah, so I laugh it out instead of cry. So
I
that
I totally get you. So what I'm going to ask you is, how many years has it been since you were in Form 3?
It's been probably 16 years.
16 years. Does it still hurt when you talk about it and when you think about it?
When I think about it, not for me, but for somebody else, because I know so many other girls live with that.
Great. So my question to you is, and if you can't hear me, I'll make it louder. But it's kind of more for her to be able to share in a useful way, right? So my question to you is, the reason why you no longer hurt when you think about what happened to you is because you have already worked through, you've lived with it for so long that now you're like, I understand where I am with that particular thing that happened in my past. How I react to it is in my control. But I still feel sad when I think of people who are younger than me going through the same thing. Is that what you're saying?
I got to a point in my life where when I was in senior school, my Form 4 and my Form 5, I was like, I used to smoke marijuana. Yes, I used to hang with boys. I used to dress like boys. Like, I used to be a hardcore tomboy. So there was one Saturday after study in St. Joseph's where I literally hanged with Form 5s, and then we went to the basketball courts and we started drinking. I got drunk, my parents knew about it, and then my brother literally forced me and asked me, what is really going on with you? Like, why are you this person? You know, and he was like, there's something that happened to you that you're not telling anybody. Why are you like this? You know, and I told him the truth that, okay, I'm at a point where now I see everything that happened in my past. Like, I dreamt about it daily. Like, I saw everything, you know. So I told him about it, and I told my parents, and they took me for therapy. Fortunately, of which I know most students now, they don't have that thing, you know. And now I'm over it, and I still decide to live past it. It's a decision that I make every day to live past it, and a choice that I make on a daily to forgive that person.
So this is how it works. Someone who we know or someone who we don't know will do something to us or say something to us that can sometimes have a 12-year effect on us, something that we live with and will never leave us. One decision from someone else can have a lifetime effect on the person receiving it. And what she just said was incredibly beautiful and incredibly true, because this is how it works. One thing happens, and you don't know how to think about it. You don't know what to do about it. And you think that if you were to tell someone else about it, that you will no longer be welcome, that there's something wrong with you, that something happened to you. You blame yourself. So what do you start doing? Over the next period of time, you start acting out in anger. Or you start acting out, making yourself feel as worthless as that one thing made you feel. Up until you start speaking about it with someone who you can trust. And then talk about it more and talk about it more, and to understand that someone else's decision does not determine how you should see yourself. Sound about right? So my question is, right? You do work. It's going to get very real for you now, because you're an adult, right? You're meant to handle this, right? So you've brought me to a whole bunch of junior schools. You've brought me to see the people who, when you were dealing with something very real for yourself, be very quiet right now, because she's very, very sore right now. Right? So my question is, stay. Because it's just true. It's just true. Quiet, please. So my question to you is, because it's something that a lot of people here are going to immediately understand. You guys are immediately going to get it. I've got the best example possible. Are we good? You work with kids and you listen to them and you mentor them because you know exactly how much you needed someone to be there for you. And that is the reason you are doing the work that you do today. So let's listen carefully. What hurt her became the fuel, the petrol, the power to drive her for the rest of her life to be able to help other people not have to feel the way in which she's feeling now. She will feel this feeling on behalf of the people. She would rather, and I know you now, you would rather feel all of the pain of everyone that's gone through what you're going through on their behalf. And that's what she starts doing in the work that she does. Because all that entrepreneurship is, listen carefully, is helping. It's going, what do you need that I can help you with? And what she does is she goes, you might not even know the help that you need, but I can give it to you. I will be there for you. Even when you think that you are not worthy of anyone being there, I will be there for you. I will listen and I will guide you because you are worthy. No matter what happens around you, boy or girl, you are worthy. What do we say? We don't give applauses. I'm going to count until 3. 1, 2, 3.